brows. Cam, sister girl, taught me this, right? I was watching her live the other day, and she went in as this beautiful, beautiful, radiant poison ivy. And when she was doing her brows, she said she actually starts here on the tails first because, quote, if I start right here, I feel like it's a setup. And I was like, bitch, I'm doing that from here on out. Because there's sometimes where you be like, oh yeah, that's a dope ass brow, and you go to clean it up and you're like, oh. I haven't eaten yet. That's okay, real G's. Real G's skip food for makeup. Because, you know, makeup is life. Like them dudes that be like, bowl is life. Nah, makeup is life, fam. I mentioned earlier that most of the videos that I've seen reviewing the beautifully sculpted brushes, a lot of the girls came on camera with product already on the brushes. You will see that from me once, and that is only because I've got a mixture of brushes everywhere. Like, this shit is redonkulous. Let's see this. Oh snap, I lied. Damn, well apparently I used 4 of them. It's okay. But the thing is, at least they're not going to be completely filthy with my product. I'm going to at least dust them off somewhat. Because my product, like the one that I can't do nothing about, is this one. Like, you see that? That's chocolatey as shit. The others, yeah, you can't tell really. But, alright, cool. So, speaking of face, I am going to be rocking, and this has been my daily driver in regards to, this is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. I'll start off with 2 pumps, and this is the 105, the stippling brush. I already primed off camera, but this just distributes the product so very well. It's beautiful. And even though it's not dedicatedly a foundation brush, one of the things that they encouraged it to be used for, at least on the back of the package, is foundation application. So, and because it's got those different little fibers there, it really does help to distribute the product nicely and evenly. And I'm just like, I'm here for it. I'm gonna add another 1.5 pumps, only because I feel like I just don't get a good layer of coverage. Like, I usually have to build coverage with this, and I don't know if it's because I need to maybe color correct, or sinuses, I apologize. I don't know if it's because I feel like I should be color correcting, but I just feel like the first 2 pumps alone are not enough product. Now, considering that this is a hydrating foundation, it probably is going to go on a little thin because it's, you know, trying to keep your ass moisturized more than anything else. I don't know. But you know what I just realized? I didn't do my eyes, but that's okay. There we go. Building a layer, I feel like, I feel much better afterwards. And in looking in the ring light, this has got a little bit of a demarcation right here, but looking in the ring light, this blends pretty well. So I suppose I could put some concealer on top of that, or maybe do some color correcting later on. We're too late. It's too late to go back. Oh well, y'all just gonna have to take this. Take that, take that, take that, take that. Oh, wait, no, concealer. And this is my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So I think I'm going to take this massager brush, see how it works. Since it's supposed to sculpt and get the contours of the face. I know that it's just, this one, I think was on the back of the package for this one, it stated that, I think that this one was intended for powder, but also blending in foundation. Okay. Not bad. I don't feel massaged. I can let you know that, even though it's called the massager because it's got these interesting little bristles on here. I don't feel massaged at all. But that's fine. Make sure we blend it out that we don't have no spotlights anywhere. Okay, skin coverage. And see, that's why I'm such a fan of this Smashbox foundation, why I've been rocking it on a daily basis. This is my Urban Decay primer potion in the shade Minor Sin. And I inadvertently lost this actually because it was in my makeup kit. And even though this is a smudger brush, I'm using the 102 to just go ahead and blend this out. But I love this particular primer potion because of the fact that it's got a little bit of iridescence to it. And you technically could almost wear it alone. There we go. I was actually looking for my MAC eyeshadow. It's a matte brown that I use as a transitional color. But since I can't find it, we're just going to go ahead and break out the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. And pop one of these in the crease as a transitional color. Just ran over this brush and I don't care. And plus this has a full-size mirror, and I think I'm going to just go ahead and use this palette for the rest of this tutorial. So I'm using the shade Lockout. First. And before I go any further, I need to set this. I'm just forgetting what the hell I'm doing. It's because I haven't done makeup in a while. Dang. So Sasha's Buttercup setting powder. And this particular blender came from China. This is from wish.com. And I ordered it at the beginning of when did I order it? Yeah, I ordered it at the tail end of September. Got here about a week ago. It's so very interesting because it's got this awesome microfiber texture that helps to absorb a lot of moisture. But also, I don't know, it just really helps to set this powder. It just really helps to set this powder and make it just look that much more damn fantastic. And like, this is my new foundation routine. Like, I be looking amazing. And even though I kind of technically bake, because I'm so damn oily, the product literally absorbs this shit in. The foundation absorbs, and it comes with this nice, soft, smooth finish. So, sorry, I had to get that right out the way. Now, I am going in with these beautiful shades. What was that? Oh, that was an eyeliner. Okay, good. This is from a new, relatively new makeup brand. This is called AYA.Beauty. They're a Black-owned makeup brand as well too, based out of New York. And they have hand-pressed eyeshadows. And so I'm going to be rocking these and then doing a full review. So you're getting the brush review in first impressions right now as we use them. And then you're going to be getting the eyeshadow review later. Okay, all right, let's go. And at Aya's website, the shadows are sold individually for $7.99, or the full set, which is called the Secret Garden Collection, the full set for I think $30. And if you subscribe to their mailing list, they'll go ahead and shoot you some coupon codes to be used as well too. The only thing I don't like, and I actually had to go out and get a Z palette for it, is that the shadows, you know, do come in little metal individual, and the packaging is beautiful. Oh my, little metal individual pans. That was a lot bigger than I imagined. Oh wow, that's what she said. So I am taking this shade here, which is a Pretty Petunia, and I think I'm going to make this part of the lid shade. I'm gonna see how many I can use. Now I need the eyeshadow brush. There we go. And this is the e.l.f. 201 eyeshadow brush. Oh, that is pretty. It's got beautiful iridescence too. Kind of a little color shift. Oh, that's gorgeous. And paired with the Minor Sin underneath. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. So very pretty. We just on the first shade, damn. All right, that is pretty. Okay, I see y'all. AYA.Beauty, I see ya. Now I am using the e.l.f. 204. This is technically their eyeliner brush, but because I'm going to be using just a regular liquid liner anyways, I'm going to just use this for the inner corner. And the inner corner color is Golden Sunset. I gotta keep these all handy and organized until I throw them in the Z palette, because I want to be able to talk about them and review each color. Okay, this one has a little bit of fallout as I took it out of the package, but that's quite alright. It's hand pressed, so I can't argue. Now, I will say, for the intended use of eyeliner, this brush is dope because the tip is rigid, which is good for when you need that. Good for when you need that. Oh wow, it's actually darker than I imagined. Okay, I can't really use this as an inner corner highlight. It really is like a golden. Huh. First color should have been an inner corner highlight, but oh well. We still gonna make it work. But I like using eyeliner and fine brushes for the inner corner because I like my inner corner to be kind of precise. But to be honest, hell, I really could have switched these around. But that's okay. We'll just go on camera looking funny. Even though it doesn't look funny. Now the quality is great. The pigment is lovely. One thing I can say is that I did a initial pre-order when I ordered it. I did a pre-order, and once they actually shipped, the shadows came just like that. Shipping was fine. They came intact, bubble wrapped and everything, so I was very pleased about that. Now I'm going in with the shade called Enchanted Orchid, and I'm gonna just kind of help smoke out the rest of this look. This is their deep purple. And I'm actually gonna flip over the eyeshadow brush and use the somewhat clean side. Well, that's gorgeous too. Now that could have been good on its own. And bringing it in, starting at the outer V and then bringing it in some. Again, just to give a little bit of a difference with the color shift, some dimension, some je ne sais quoi. I'm here for it. Oh my. Totally here for it. And I'm actually going to break out the eyebrow brush for this. I'm going to go in with their color Sweet Hibiscus. I hate destroying the packaging, but I have big hands. I'm going in with the color Sweet Hibiscus, and I am going to take the e.l.f. 203, the eyebrow brush. I'm actually just going to go up underneath my bottom lid with this. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pigmentation. The cool thing about this brush is that it's got somewhat of an angle to it, but not a completely sharp one. But it is perfect enough to go ahead, and if you wanted to do your eyebrows, you could. But also it's got that slightly awkward, that blunt, no, it's not as blunt, I should say. It doesn't have that as blunt of an angle as my and let's just go ahead and get some eyebrow brushes. So this eyebrow brush has a sharp angle, and then this eyebrow brush has a completely flat angle, and it's a good hybrid of the two, to where it doesn't have that sharp of an angle to go ahead and clean up the brows, but it also doesn't have that sharp of an angle to go ahead and fill them in. So good job with that, e.l.f. Very good job. Okay. I am here for these colors. Shout out to Tiff as well too, on Tiff's channel, because she is the one who actually put me on to this company. So I'm actually taking my buffer brush and dusting this off, only because I want to use the other two brushes for their other intended purposes. Alright. So I am taking my favorite contour kit from Ulta. I'm actually going in with the e.l.f. 104 sculpting brush. Hitting right here. I guess that's still wet. Oh well. Don't work today. And it looks like just a rounded version of their other contour brush that they have. Now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. blush palette. And since it got some light color on here, I think I'm going to just stick with this peachy shade. And this is the e.l.f. 103. Just, oh, whoa, oh, Lord. Don't hurt him. I didn't mean it. Ooh, we just need a dab. Ooh, my bad. We just need a dab. I don't have a brush to use for highlight with this set. Huh. Oh well. Just get a fan brush and highlight real quick. Anastasia Ultimate Glow Kit. We'll take Sun Ray. Just dust that on, just like, you know, one time for people, 2 times for the hose. And now, what I actually use is, this is the e.l.f. 101. Dust myself off, damn. This is the e.l.f. 101 brush. And I'm actually just going to go in with my Urban Decay Beached Bronzer. Really don't use bronzer per se. I don't use bronzer in the intended format, I guess you could say. I actually use bronzer as like a setting powder. This brush is big and fluffy. Oh my goodness. Alright. In size comparison, because this motherfucker is big, here is my icing powder brush. Now, my icing one, the bristles are a lot thicker. But in regards to size and coverage, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Full face using the e.l.f. Beautifully Sculpted brushes. Overall, they perform very well. The 103 picked up a lot more product than I imagined, and usually I don't have to tap very hard. Powder brush did well too in distributing product. The stippling brush, the 104? No, 105. Stippling brush did great at distributing the foundation. Super pleased with that. And I'm actually even more pleased with the 102, this massager brush. In fact, let's calm some of this down. I'm very pleased with that as well too. You know, I mean, I'm not here necessarily for the massage effect, but in regards of distributing the product and helping to blend everything in and in the concealer pretty well too. Eyeshadow brush, but e.l.f.'s eyeshadow brushes are amazing as it is anyways. And then the others I just, you know, kind of found use for. So like, I didn't actually do my eyebrows with the eyebrow brush as intended. Didn't use the eyeliner brush for what it was intended for. But oh well, you're here for it anyway. So yeah, I would say you don't, and I know there's a lot of controversy on Facebook right now, on e.l.f.'s Facebook page, about the cost of the brushes. Whereas if you know, like if you get a MAC brush, you're gonna be paying a good $20, $25, if not $30 a brush, depending upon what the intended use is for. Whereas with this, the whole set was $74. No, there wasn't a discount, but considering that the cheapest brush is $5 and the most expensive is $12, it all depends upon what it is that your finances are set up for. Other camera died. This is why we have backup cameras. So, in summary, do you need this brush set? No, you do not need this brush set. But I would recommend picking up at least a couple of them, if anything. The stipple brush, as well as, so the stipple brush, which is the 105, and then the, this blush brush, which is the 103. Now, your brushes are a dime a dozen, and I know that this is for e.l.f., this is definitely a higher end brush line, but don't forget they still have their other cheaper brushes out there. Please just don't forget that. Don't forget that. Just don't forget that. Okay? Okay. As always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl in the comment section. If you are here for my shenanigans, I would love to see you back on my channel. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you are not here for my shenanigans, there's an X up that way. Or you can just go ahead, be creative, hit that Control Alt and F4 on a Windows computer. Other than that, I will see you on the next video. You take care. You are wonderful. You are spectacular. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And if no one else has told you, I sincerely appreciate you. Mwah! Have a wonderful day.